Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Good to see you guys.
Yes, you can see most of us. We're kind of spread out around the room, but we're super excited to meet you today.
That's a big classroom.
Yes, it is. Yes.
All right. How old are you guys?
7 and 8.
7 and 8. Wow, those are great ages. I remember 7 and 8. So, did you guys get a book that I wrote?
Yes, and what do we have to say?
Was it okay? Was it any good, or can you read it? But too many big words?
No, we loved it, and we got your life lesson right away.
Oh, good. Excellent. I'm still trying to figure out what it is. I'm kidding around. So, today, I have a different book to read you that I thought is very inspirational. It's called Superheroes Are Everywhere by the Vice President of the United States. Does anybody know who the Vice President of the United States is?
Well, lots of hands are up.
Okay, Ms. Paul, can you pick the
Yep.
a hand?
Go ahead, Brian. Kamala Harris, she said.
Very good. And that's who wrote this book. So that's a big deal to be Vice President of the United States. We've had less than 50 vice presidents since the first vice president in 1789. Does anybody know who the first vice president and president was in 1789?
Avery?
He was the first president. Who was the first vice president?
Avery, go ahead. Washington and John Adams.
Giant, very good. Wow, I'm very impressed. Avery, very, 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 very impressive. Very impressive.
We have some history buffs.
That is very, very good. Okay. Now, who is on the $10 bill? I see the young lady in the front row here. What's your name?
Go ahead, Brian.
Very good. You guys are really good. Okay, let's start the book because I know you don't want to spend the day with me. Here we go. We're going with Superheroes Are Everywhere. Is that true? We'll find out.
My superhero.
Love it.
Oh, hi, Lance.
I don't know how we're going to do it. Okay.
Perfect.
Where's Miles, by the way? I don't see him. Miles, raise your hand. There he is. How you doing, Miles? Faster than a rocket ship. Stronger than a tidal wave. Braver than a lion. Superheroes always make the world better, no matter what goes wrong. Whenever there's trouble, superheroes show up just in time. When I was a kid, I was sure that superheroes were everywhere, blending in with regular people, ready to do good at a moment's notice. I was determined to find them, so I started my superhero search right at home. So you know what's interesting? Is that Madam Vice President Harris and I grew up in the same state. I was born in Bayside, Queens, in New York, not too far away from where you guys are. And when I was 5 years old, my parents lost their jobs as teachers. So we moved to a state called California. And guess who lived in California? Kamala, Vice President Harris. And we had something called busing, which she talks about a lot. So I had to take a bus to the inner city, Los Angeles, and she took a bus into my neighborhood. She went to school in Thousand Oaks, and I went to a school in La Cienega, next to Compton. So I went to her neighborhood, and she came to mine. And so we had very similar educations. She had a better one than mine, but that's a different story. Okay. Heroes make you feel special. It didn't take long to find a hero. I noticed my mom had a magic touch. Her hugs made me feel warm, safe, and even strong. She knew I loved good food, so she taught me her secret recipes, and we create huge, delicious meals together for our friends and family. I even cooked some of the dishes all by myself. See, Kamala, my mom would say, you could do anything if you put your heart to it and try hard. Anything in the world. My mom was a superhero because she made me feel special. She believed in me, and that helped me believe that I could do anything. Who makes you guys feel special? Oh, that's really special. That's a great answer. I like that a lot. Heroes are people you can count on. My sister Maya and I did everything together. Ballet classes, piano lessons, bike riding, and board games. I knew that if I ever needed her, she'd be there. One half of our dynamic duo. When we felt sad, my mom would throw us an unbirthday party, so we'd feel better. Together, we'd eat an unbirthday cake. I don't quite understand that, but we'll go with it. It's interesting that you don't always have to agree with someone, but you always want to try to understand what they're saying, right? Together we eat unbirthday cake, open unbirthday presents, and dance around the living room. Her sister Maya was always by her side. My sister was a superhero because she was someone I could count on. Who can you count on? Who do you guys count on? Your dog? You count on your dog? That's great. Dogs are supposed to be your best friends. I like that. All right. Heroes make you feel brave. I kept searching for superheroes in other parts of my family. My dad wanted me to be fearless. Whenever we were at the park, he'd let go of my hand and call out, "Run, Kamala, run!" And I'd run as far as I could for as long as I could. Was he trying to get rid of her? No? Yes? Okay. You guys think about that. My dad was a superhero because he made me feel brave. Who makes you guys feel brave? Those are good answers. I like that. Okay, guys, let's get this. This is. I like this page a lot. This one is close to my heart because I'm an attorney, just like Kamala Harris, and I stand up for people's rights. I protect people's homes. So what I do for a living is I stand up for people's rights with regards to their homes. So when people are trying to take advantage of people's homes, I'm there to protect them. And one of the people's homes that I protect that owns homes is Miles' mom's. Right, Miles? Miles, who's your attorney, Miles? That's right. Right on. Heroes stand up for what's right. I like this page. My grandmother was one of the smartest people I'd ever met. And she used her smarts and her voice to speak out for women who were being hurt and to teach them how to stay healthy. My grandfather used his voice to make India a free country. All of my grandparents in India and in Jamaica were superheroes standing up for what's right. Who stands up for what's right in your life? Do you know what that means, guys? Standing up what's right?
Yeah.
I like to hear these answers, if that's okay, Miss Paul.
Sure. Okay, William, what did you say? The whole family, who else stands up for what's right? Go ahead, Mira. Dad.
Your dad, how does your dad stand up for what's right?
Yeah, did you catch all that?
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Miles, what do you want to say? Mom, Dad, and my mom. Nice.
Wait, how does your mom, Miles, stand up for what's right? That's right. She's tough, right? She won't let anybody ever hurt you. That's standing up for what's right, right, Miles?
Yeah.
I see another hand here, a long hand here. I like this person. This person doesn't give up. I love people that never give up. Never ever give up, right? This is Avery, I think, right? Avery?
If this one's a blonde hair, is Ryan.
No. This is mask on, black hair, had his hand up for 10 minutes here.
Oh, this is Tommy.
Tani.
Yes, he said his friends.
Oh, his friends. That's a good one. I like that. Friends are nothing more important than friends besides your family, right?
That's right.
I got to be careful with my views here. Heroes or best friends? You came to the right... Tani, great answer. It's the next page. Heroes or best friends? My best friends and I cared about each other. When I was in kindergarten, I told the boy to stop teasing one of my best friends. And another time, that best friend helped me when I fell on the playground. We all wanted to feel safe at school. My best friends were superheroes because they made one another feel safe. And they stuck up for each other. Who are your best friends?
Oh, we have so many, right?
Right, right, so many. Too much to answer that one, right? Now the next page, I know you have a wonderful, wonderful teacher. So I have a feeling we know the answer to this one. Heroes or teachers? I love my first grade teacher, Miss Wilson. She taught us about plants and flowers, sang songs to us from cultures around the world, and revealed how tadpoles turned into frogs. Teachers like Miss Wilson are superheroes because they show us the whole wide world and help us chase our dreams. Who are your favorite teachers?
They know how to play this game. This is Paul.
This is Paul. I had a feeling that was going to be the answer. I agree. I think she's great.
And we have our principal, Mrs. Vaughn, here, who we love too. So
Yes, I wrote in her book that too. Good to see you. It breaks my heart to read someone else's book, by the way. But here are the 3 books that I've written. If you can see them. This is for lawyers. This is for first-time home buyers. And this is for kids. But my kids are asking for the first chapter book. And that's what's coming next. And I know exactly what to write on. So I'm going to have to come back in a year or two. And my wife went to school down the block from your school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I guess they didn't have a good education at the other school. Your school's better. She went to school called Harbor Hills. Harbor Hill.
It's good. It's just as good.
Oh yeah, well, I guess she didn't pay attention. I'm kidding.
That's not true. Jen is the best.
Thank you, Anna. Okay. Heroes are kind. When I looked, I found a superhero right down my street. Miss Shelton was our family friend and was like a second mom to me. She watched Maya and me while our mom was at work. We gobble up our homemade biscuits, peach cobbler, and gumbo for special occasions, and pile into her car on Sundays for church and synagogue. Miss Shelton treated everyone with love and respect. Her kindness made her a superhero to me. Who is kind to you? Everyone. Heroes explore with you. Aunt Lenore and I chased fireflies and caught them in jars. Uncle Sherman taught me to play chess. You guys play chess? I know someone in your class that plays chess. Okay. Uncle Sherman taught me to play chess. Aunt Mary and I read book after book together. And Uncle Freddie took me to museums when I would see dazzling artwork. My aunts and uncles, my mom's friends, who were part of our family, helped me explore my world and then made them superheroes. Who helped you explore? Now this page is my favorite page of the book. This one I can relate to. Heroes work hard. Do you guys work hard in school?
Oh, yeah.
Do you pay attention to your teachers?
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Here we go. Even when I got older, I kept searching for superheroes. When it was time for me to go to college, I was excited to go where my Aunt Chris went to study, at Howard University. None of you were going to go to Howard University that I could see in that classroom. My grandmother hadn't had the chance to go to college, but she encouraged her kids, my mom and my aunts and uncle, to study hard, and they did. My mom became a scientist. My uncle Balu is an economist. My aunt Sarala is a doctor, and my aunt Sheeny works for computers. That's kind of weird because my family, no one's ever been a doctor, no one's ever been a scientist, and no one's ever been an economist. We are police officers. My parents are teachers. My sisters are teachers. We're all hardworking people that just help people. We didn't get these big time professions, but you know what? We're never going to give up and keep trying, just to do the best we can in whatever we can become. And we're very proud of the professions we became. What do you guys want to be when you grow up?
Oh, lots of dreams. Marco, you tell us first. Marco? A pilot. Hannah. An artist. Delilah. An accountant. Kyle. A teacher. Ethan. A dog leader. Miles. Fantastic. Emily. A doctor. Gerda. Family doctor. Cody. A veterinarian. Scientist. The list goes on and on.
Those are great professions. I love them. They were superheroes because they showed me that by working hard, I could be whatever I wanted to be when I grew up. How do you know who works hard? Okay. Heroes protect people. Like I protect people. After college, I wanted to become a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. Like some of the people I looked up to. Thurgood Marshall, one of my heroes. Constance Baker Motley, who I've met. And Charles Hamilton Houston. They fought in court because they knew that people aren't always treated equally, but should be. Like them, I wanted to make sure that the law would protect everyone. These lawyers were superheroes because they protected people by using the power of words and ideas. Heroes make a difference together. Once I became a lawyer, and then a senator, and now the Vice President of the United States of America, I work with all sorts of people to help kids. Even better, I got to know amazing kids who want to make the world a better place. You know what I learned? Heroes are you. Superheroes are everywhere you look, even inside you. Are you kind, brave, and curious? Are you a best friend? Do you share? Do you treat people fairly? Do you lend a hand when other people need help? You're a hero by being the very best you. Now that's pretty super. The end. Thank you for allowing me to read you this book. Do you have any questions?
Delilah? What was that? Oh, so you know we're writers too.
Really? Oh, tell me about it.
Yes, and Delilah was wondering how many mistakes have you ever made in your book? You were writing poems. Did you make any mistakes in them?
So I make mistakes every day, and almost every time that I write even a paragraph, I make a mistake in it. So what I have to do after I write a paragraph, which is a few sentences, I have to go back and proofread it, meaning read it again. So I make more mistakes than I do things good. And what I realized was, by making mistakes, I get, and proofreading them, it helps me get better at what I'm doing. So as long as you understand that making mistakes is part of life, it allows you to realize that you don't give up, you keep trying, and making mistakes and failing is the only way you're going to be successful. Because if you just give up because you make mistakes, you're never going to be successful. And that is the key to success.
What did it bite? Let's get on the phone. Miles, you have a question? Oh, like the book, the actual book? No, like, okay.
I'm sorry, I can't hear the question.
So how long have you been a writer?
I started I started writing, the first I had to read. And the first chance I had to read a lot was when I had to travel 3 hours to go to school by bus. When they made me go to Madam President Harris's neighborhood, to go to her neighborhood to go to school. And I started reading the Hardy Boys when I was in 4th grade. So that made me a great reader. Then I started writing right after that. And I would just write about everything. I kept a diary and I just write about everything. I wrote my first, I started writing for a newspaper in 8th grade when I walked into the journalism class. And I said, I want to write for the school newspaper. And my first article ever was about a 100-year-old man when I was 13 years old.
Adam, it's Madam Vice President, not President yet.
Thank you. Thank you, Miles' mom.
Brody, you have a question? Oh, this is a great one, because we write every day, and we want to know, what do you do when you get stumped for an idea, when you're writer's block?
So sometimes I'm unable, sometimes I start writing, and all of a sudden I can't write anymore. So what I do is I write my ideas down, and I start writing my ideas down instead of sentences, and it's called an outline. So I write where I'm going. So I write, okay, let's say I'm writing a story about how my dog went to the moon. So, and I can't write anymore because I'm too tired, my mind's tired. So I'll write the rest of the story, but I'll just write the main points. And then I'll go for a run, or I'll walk around the block, or go get something to eat. And then I'll take a break, I'll come back, I'm fresh, and usually I can get more out of it. If that doesn't work, I may have to wait till tomorrow to keep writing.
That's great advice. And one more question. Marco? Okay, so how do you get your paper book that you write in your house into a real book that someone can buy?
So first of all, the paper book gets rewritten 3 times. Every page gets written 3 times. So even here, this book is 3,000 pages. So this book took about 2 years. Okay? So this, I have to write it, I have to edit it, and then I send it to the publisher. The publisher then takes it, and he puts it into this binding stuff. And then he has to send it to the person that's selling it. He sends it to the editor, then he sends it to the manufacturer that edits it and puts it into the binder. Takes about 18 months. And then it goes on sale in bookstores. This book was published by a company called Wiley. And then it took me 6 years to write it because I have a job as a lawyer. So I would write it at night and on weekends. And this one has everything in it, like my heart, my soul. And it's to teach first-time home buyers not to make mistakes. And once I finished writing it, I gave it to the editor. They changed the title to make people try to buy it better, more exciting. I didn't like the title, but they're the bosses. They bought the book, and it took from the day I finished writing it. It took 18 months to get into print. And this one, this is much better because I didn't want to sell this. I wanted to give this one away, even though it's on sale on Amazon. But I didn't want to sell this or have someone change it or tell me what to do with it or tell me how, tell me I had to speak at a certain amount of times. I wanted this to be for people to learn from and to help people. So I said, I want to publish this myself. So I didn't get a publisher. I published it myself, and this was much easier. So as soon as I finished writing it, and a famous artist did the drawings, but I can't tell you his name because he doesn't want his name out. We were able to get it to print within a few months by putting it right onto Amazon.
That was a perfect last question, Marco.
Great question, by the way. You have a very smart class, Miss Paul.
Yes, I do. Very curious, and they pay attention to everything. So, thank you so much. I know we really got a lot out of our visit today. What do we have to say? And thank you so very much for the books. We love them. We love the life lesson that you shared with us. We all feel that our homes where our people are. Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure. Thank you, Miles. Thank you, Miles' mom and dad. I see Dad's in surgery right now, but he's still watching. And wonderful, wonderful. Miss Paul, you're running a great class.
Thank you.
You're running a great school. And hopefully I can come back another time.
Yeah, get that chapter book written.
With the chapter book. Send me ideas of what you want in the chapter book.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, Anna.